What are your initial reactions to this loss and the way that they lost this game?
Not a very smart football team. A lot of self-inflicted wounds. You talk about the touchdown run that happened with the fullback belly. Tyron Smith, a veteran, had a rough day, too.
Yeah.
You talk about the holding penalty, which, listen, it's ticky-tack, but you got to be better than that. I don't think that was a significant block. You could have been able to take care of business. And the fact that, we all said in here before the end of the game, we said there's no way that it's going to be third in anything, and they're not going to put the ball in the hands of Josh Allen. And, of course, Clemens undisciplined, which he was undisciplined all game.
Right.
And they just made it a foot race. Of course, like when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, whether it's Lamar Jackson or not, what do? It's always a weak side quarterback keep trying to beat you to the corners, their best athlete against, one of your players, and they lost. But just the fact that he didn't have the awareness to know and to stay square, what did he think they were going to do? They were not going to throw the football because that allows the Jets to keep the football. And it's just all week, all game. Getting the ball ran down their throat, lack of physicality. See, this is the thing. If you're going to act like you're a tough guy, you got to be a tough guy. And tough guy isn't about pushing afterwards, getting personal fouls. It's about playing tough, mentally tough, because Dawkins is one of the best left tackles in the game. Mm-hmm. You can't buy in to the physicality that happens. Like yesterday, we watched a great matchup between Trey Henderson and Andrews. And, Trey won twice. But those were pivotal plays. So this was an opportunity for you to keep your outside arm free, come down, stay square, but climb high, not get outflanked by a quarterback. You have to understand, this isn't your first time playing against Josh Allen. You've been in the game. You played with him before. You got into beef last year. The telecast showed it. You got to be smarter than that. And time after time, I told you that they were losing the edges of their defense because they were picking their heads in because they didn't want to take that heat of fighting and continuing to fight the entire play, and it cost them eventually.
Yeah, pretty much they lost a situational football. That comes down to it. You talk about 2 for 4 in the red zone, 1 for 4 in the red zone, 1 for 4 in the red zone, and overall 11 penalties, man. And when it comes down to it, this offensive line, who I have a lot of respect for, even before halftime, you talk about the Morgan Moses offsides, then Tyron Smith gives up a big hit on Aaron Rodgers. Little things are drive killers, and those, when you're in tight ball games like that, those add up. Those mean something. So the Jets right now can't afford the big mistakes. They can't overcome those deficiencies.
Yeah, they're not good enough.
They're not good enough right now. So at the end of the day, this is who they are. We can be salty and pissed off, but tape don't lie. So.
Yeah, it's missed opportunities, right? And it's, once again, it's not just about the missed field goals, but Greg the Leg is an issue this year right now. At some point,
this is the second game he's cost them.
Right, at some point it costs you a game, right? He's not going to get them all, but at some point now we're at one where we can say, okay, they definitely have one more loss on their record right now because of him. But you want to talk about accountability. Listen, they're going to be going up against the Steelers in a week on primetime, a quarterback that can also run. I don't know how Michael Clemens is active for that game after what they're going to see on tape this week. I'm sorry, but the reality is this isn't one game. This isn't one season. This is 2 years now of this going on, and they keep trotting out the same plan thinking it's going to work. It was embarrassing. The first drive for the Bills, the best way I could sum it up in this game, it really set the tone. Mm-hmm. They got completely bullied all the way down the field to the point where it was embarrassing, and it was a perfect microcosm, really, the way that game ended on a Josh Allen run that they couldn't contain. Like Bart said, it felt like that was the big moment. That was going on all day and got them in that spot. So everybody's going to go back and look at missed opportunities on offense. The offense looked a lot better today, and it's not the reason they lost this football game. Yes, the interception at the end is disappointing, but the Jets should have been winning that game so that opportunity never even happened.
The touchdown to Knox, that's because Clemens missed a easy,
sack.
Let him dump under you. Listen, your only job is to keep him, not allow him to get outside and put the Superman cape on. Keep him in the phone booth, keep him at Clark Kent. They allowed him to get out every big play that they made, whether it was the throw across their body against Quincy, to the running back. That's because you didn't set the edges. Right? That's discipline. It doesn't take any talent to get up there, not get up to quarterback depth, not get nosy, worrying about doing somebody else's job and peeking inside, trying to loop back, thinking you can get a sack. You're supposed to stay on the outside, stay on the outside. You can't lose the integrity of the defense because that allows a great player to get outside and make off-schedule plays. It's no play where you say, okay, I'm going to allow the quarterback to run to the right, to the sideline, 5 seconds and make my middle linebacker carry a wheel route for 6 seconds up the field and then across the field 53 yards. That's a lack of discipline and a lack of accountability. And I don't know if it's because Ulbrich wasn't able to do everything and hold them accountable when they come back on the sidelines because he's the head coach. But hey,
it's a learning.
The defense got worse.